Hi guys, and happy Sunday. So I hope that you guys are having and had an amazing weekend. And today we are taking a look at the tarot outlook for the week of November 11th to November 17th. And of course, today we are using the decks that I've been using nonstop on Instagram and Facebook. And this, I believe it's called the Wooden Tarot. And this is the Earthbound Oracle. And I've had both of these decks for at least 3 years or more. And they're both intuitive. So they do not bring any booklet, any explanation, which I love because it really makes you trust your intuition. Now, when I started doing readings, it was like in the 90s. So I remember being very young and thinking I can't memorize all of this. And I remember my grandma throwing away the book, just throwing the book across the way and saying, you don't have to memorize, you just have to trust your instincts. And fast forward 25 years later, here we are, right? So today, I want to do the reading a little bit different. Instead of Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, I want to do like a full-on reading for the whole week. So pull cards for the energy of the week instead of a card per every 2 days. Now, when we're talking about next week and the energy, we have a rare transit of Mercury. This is a day when Mercury can be seen for approximately 5 hours as a little black dot crossing over the face of the sun, right? So having this energy is quite amazing, but we have to remember that Mercury is in Scorpio, which is a dangerous mixture for misunderstanding, miscommunication, crisis, chaos, you name it, right? So the most important thing is to really just stay grounded and take deep breaths, cuss under your breath if that helps, whatever helps you, just stay balanced, right? So let's jump into the hair talk, which I'm so happy to hear you guys love this. Today, I did have a hair appointment with my amazing curl goddess from Casey Goddess. Her name is Arsenia, and she worked her magic. So we went a little bit lighter. And this is the first time I actually have light hair during the winter months, and I'm telling you, I'm feeling it. All I need to do is go back to the island and get a good tan. But today, the products that I'm using, today I'm using the leave-in hair, the leave-in conditioner, the curl enhancing cream, and for the gel, I don't remember what it's called. I think it's Dr. Smith Curl Souffle. I have no idea the exact name. I know it's like a little brown bottle. And this is what we have. So I just washed it. So we haven't slept on it yet. I'll take some pictures during the week. You know how I do. Just to show you guys the process. Because if you guys are like me, you guys know that I don't like to wash my hair. So the more I could extend my hair, the better. So if you guys have any tips, tricks, any products that you love, feel free to write them in the comments below. Because I am all about hair products at this stage of my life. So now that we got this out of the way, let's go ahead and start shuffling our decks, and we're just going to set the energy for our community here, right? So our little Light Witch Tarot family, or you that are watching today, let's say that you are watching me from the future and it's no longer November 11th. You are here for a reason, meaning that the message will still apply to you, right? So what we're doing here is taking a look, see what energy we want to focus on, see what energy is going to be around us, and we are going to go ahead and pull out a card from here. So we're going to start off the week. We're seeing the Queen of Blooms. Now, I love the Queen of Blooms because what we see here is kind of rising and awakening of some sort. When we start off the week with this really fantastic energy, we start off the week with a little bit more clarity. So let's say that you've been struggling, and I kind of feel like there's been a struggle. Of course, we're under that retrograde, right? But this struggle is more of a emotional struggle, right? So what we're seeing here is that we're slowly coming out of that emotional struggle. We are slowly seeing things more clearly. Now, I don't want you to think, this is it, I'm good. We all need time to heal. But now you're kind of like coming out of the fog and walking into more clarity. So the message here is to really tune into that clarity, but remain being patient with yourself. Now, we see the card that's enhancing it. We see a beautiful chameleon And the thing about chameleons is that they're always changing, right? Because they're letting their creative flow. They're adapting to their environment. So I love how these two kind of talk together for next week, because what we see here is we are receiving more clarity. We're also learning to adapt to where we are. We're also kind of expressing ourselves a little better. Creativity can be anywhere from being more vocal, expressing what you're feeling, expressing yourself through music, whatever it is that helps you. You definitely want to continue doing that. Now, let's go ahead and pull out. Let's continue pulling out cards and see, because I kind of like where we're going. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull out 2 more cards. Right, so let's pull out our 2 more cards and look at what we have. We have, of course, this is fantastic. We have the Hierophant, and then we also have that Moon card. Now, of course, when we put these two together with the Queen of Blooms, the message is quite amazing. Now, with the Hierophant showing up next week, the energy that you're feeling, you have to put it within you, right? A lot of times when we are coming out of a fog and we are finally feeling clarity, just even if it's just a little bit, we start like looking around us. We start asking a lot of questions. We start asking a lot of opinions. Now, what we don't realize is that we are still emotional. We're still overly sensitive, especially if you've been soaking up energy and haven't been cleansing yourself. You know, you may still be overly sensitive. So receiving too many opinions, receiving too many people telling you different things of how you should do things could be extremely overwhelming still. So when we see the Hierophant, it is calling you to really trust yourself and your inner wisdom. You know, there is a lesson behind what you're going through. So what we see with the Hierophant is stop, take a deep breath, and look within. What do you feel? What is your inner guidance telling you? Then, of course, you have the Moon. The Moon is all about intuition. The Moon is all about following your gut feeling, right? So not only looking within, but really following your intuition. A lot of times we already know the answer within us, right? And we almost make it more complicated without trying, just because we want everybody's 2 cents. But in this particular situation, this is the best guidance that you can have comes from yourself. Now, the Moon is also an invitation to work with your darker side, with your shadow side. And shadow work season is upon us, right? And so if you work with a Caliac, if you're ready to release, if you're ready to cut cords, this is the season. Now, don't get me wrong, shadow work is a year-round thing, right? But for some reason, when the earth slows down a little bit, so do we, right? And we kind of cuddle up, and it's a perfect time to really take kind of go within and see what we're done with. So the Moon is an invitation to see and go within like the Hierophant and see what you're ready. What are you ready to let go of? What are you ready to bring in, right? What aspects of yourself are you ready to just really embrace and say, you know, I may not be the most patient person, but I'm still amazing. I may not be the sweetest person, but I'm still amazing. You know, it's cutting the cords of those thoughts that the ego says, how can you be amazing if you're not patient? It's like, what does that have anything to do? You know, we're still amazing beings. So when we take a look at cards to enhance these other 2 cards for next week, let's pull out one more and we're going to see what it's going to tell us. So let's pull out this one. Of course, look at that. All of these cards are kind of just going at this amazing pace, and this amazing rhythm is coming up. So what we're seeing here with the Hierophant and the Moon, it doesn't get any more perfect than reflecting. So reflecting is the main energy of next week. You know, we see you coming out of this fog. We see you receiving more clarity. We see you being more creative, more expressive. We see you trusting yourself and really listening to your intuition. And the main energy of next week is going to be reflection. So quiet time, time to slow it down a little bit, time to just kind of just get away from the hustle and bustle of our everyday life and really go within. Put on some chunky socks, get underneath those comforters, and just really take time for you to breathe, to heal. You know, so I really, really, really love the cards for next week. Now, what about you guys? Do you guys love it? Do you want to share anything? Feel free to do so. Feel free to share the video. Feel free to hit the subscribe button, like the youth say. Subscribe and hit like. You don't have to do all that, but I wanted to say it because my kids watch YouTube a lot, and all you hear is like, hit the like button. Right? In our generation, we're just like, I don't understand how this works. Right? So I hope that you guys enjoyed today. just make sure that next week and every week after that, you're really trusting yourself. Nobody knows what you need more than you yourself. You guys are feel free to schedule a reading. My January is almost booked, all right? So pretty soon I start my schedule for February. I know that is a wait, but it is worth it. Trust me. We've been doing this for almost 25 years. There's all 5-star reviews, and we get to just really get to know each other. I have an amazing relationships with everybody I've done readings with, and it's just kind of magical. We get to be vulnerable with each other, right? Even though we may be at the other side of the world, my readings are all recorded, so this is what you receive. You'll receive a video like this, except I lower the camera so you see the actual cards as we shuffle them and put them there. All of the readings right now, we're having a gratitude sale just because you guys are amazing. So it's right now, say $15 to $10, and most readings are $35. So that is amazing. So head over to www.lightwitchtarotshop.com and schedule your reading today. Schedule a workshop, get some candles, whatever you want, right? And feel free, if you guys ever have any questions to me, send me a message through Instagram. Send me a message through our Facebook page, which is both Lightwitch Tarot Shop, or just email me at lightwitchtarotshop@gmail.com, right? So I will see you again, you guys, on the weekend of November 8th. Is it November 18th? Yeah, November 18th, which is next weekend already. I hope you guys all have an amazing week. Lots of love and light to you guys. I love you, and blessed be. Bye-bye.